To me, a doula is a person who supports a mom.
It is a certified professional that provides not only emotional, physical, but also informational support to a mother.
A doula to me is the perfect complement to a midwife. She is there for the mom.
Through labor, through birth, and postpartum.
Just so that a mother feels that there is a continuous line of support.
And I also like to think of myself as a servant to a mother who's going through this amazing journey.
She's there to basically essentially help the entire family through the process of labor and birth.
Push, so we can get the baby's head up. Come on. More.
The actual term doula is a Greek term, which meant like handmaiden or servant, because there was typically a servant in the household who helped to attend births. So that's kind of where that term initially came from. And then it got picked up again like in the late 60s, early 70s to specifically talk about women who helped women during birth. You know, women have been supporting each other through birth since time eternal. And it hasn't always necessarily been called a doula. Traditionally in the South, most of the midwives were Black historically and were referred to as the granny midwives or the grand midwives. And they are really held with kind of keeping midwifery alive in the US. And they often did a lot of the things that doulas do now. So kind of traditionally that role was done by the midwife and then with someone else kind of from the house supporting, usually was an older female relative who was familiar with birth, who would also offer you support.
I feel like I chose the path to become a doula, one, because I was inspired by being doula myself.
I personally felt like my providers did not listen to me when I stated that I did not want certain things to happen.
I really felt like the women supported me.
I did have a birth plan, but nothing was followed.
And me being the caring person that I am, I felt like I can do that same thing to other moms, be their support, their rock, their strength. Whatever they're lacking, I'm there to help them. And that really is just satisfying for me.
And I feel as though if I would have been present as a doula, who I am now, in my own birth, a lot of things would not have happened.
Talk about health disparities. We can separate out birth disparities and really focus on looking at African American women, especially in the US, who have infant mortality rates double than Caucasian women in this country. In DC alone, Ward 8 has double the amount. And actually, what's even ironically even more interesting is that if you look at wards 1 and 2 that are predominantly white, their infant mortality is 0. When you get to Ward 8, Ward 7, and even parts of Ward 5, it's double and triple the national average, which would be about 13%. There are a lot of different things that I feel like we are doing as a profession in midwifery and also birth workers, doulas, to try to work on some of those health outcomes. I think having providers of color is massive. I think taking care of this population, they want to see people that look like them. I think another aspect is having doulas of color who understand more of the aspects of the culture of taking care of this population that's predominantly African American. With that conversation, we're developing more culturally appropriate interventions. And what we know is we have moms that are very stressed and they need different levels of support and most of the time more intimate support. So that's where doulas and midwifery come in to combat that.
And then this hand maybe
Should be the
gonna...
purpose.
Yeah, and you just want to make sure that the baby's really
And
really
facing.
facing you and
Okay.
not facing up. Yeah.
Okay.
And you can hold your breast with this hand.
Like this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And you have really nice.
As a doula, I am there for you every step of the way, Every rest point, I'm handing you water and I'm telling you, you can do this, you can do it, you were made for this.
I really felt empowered with the women around me. Having a doula at my birth was like having my mom there, and just to have another woman there and still feel like I had someone there playing the role of my mom was very helpful, and I definitely think it helped me through the birth.
My name is Khadija.
My name is Munira.
My name is Gigi,
And I am a doula.
and I am a doula.
And I am a doula.